Hey guys, what's going on? So I thought I'd do a very quick video to tell you about Ape Hunter by Jeff Williams. It's coming up on Thursday this week. I'll put a link in the description below so you can go and check out this webinar. So basically, if you don't know who Jeff is, he is a Raging Bull guru. He started Raging Bull probably a year or so after Jason Bond founded it with Jeff Bishop, so he kind of came over and joined them. And he's doing a live webinar at 1 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday, where he's going to show us, hopefully, that there's basically a squeeze setup that is probably more potential than GameStop a couple of years ago was. So if you ever played GameStop, GME, and you would have seen how that worked out, which was pretty amazing. Huge short squeeze, totally infamous now. And it looks like Jeff has found something else that he's going to talk about in his webinar called Ape Hunter. I'm really hoping that this is going to turn into a new service because Jeff is one of my favorite gurus at Raging Bull. So, like I was saying, he joined Jeff and, well, the other Jeff Bishop and Jason Bond with Raging Bull very early on. And the reason for that is he worked alongside Jason when they were both elementary school teachers. So I think they were both gym teachers. And they actually, Jason and Jeff, started trading together very early on in their careers, and they both kind of went to Raging Bull around the same sort of time. So I know he was definitely a teacher. He is one of the highest reviewed gurus, I hate that word guru, but at Raging Bull, and his no-nonsense webinar live streams were always really good to watch. Doesn't look like he's doing them as much anymore, but I'm still finding my way around the new Raging Bull site. So maybe he is somewhere in like the 360 chat room or something at certain times. But his services were one of my favorites. So he does mainly penny stocks, although he's just switched to doing some options too. But he's a big penny stock person, and a lot of his trades were really good. He ran a service called Penny Pro. Weekend Wiretaps was another one. So he's a great trader. He's usually working with small accounts, so it's not like he's using $1 million account or anything. It's usually a few thousand or a few tens of thousands of dollars for his account. So he's always been something that's like really good. So he's got some really good reviews as well. Here's his Penny Pro reviews, 4.7 stars out of 65. And a lot of people saying the same sort of thing. Jeff Williams is one of the best trading educators out there. It takes time to get the education he offers. Unfortunately, Jeff was under the umbrella of Raging Bull, but he's come back now, so this is kind of out of date, like a year or so ago. He's very transparent. Yeah, he's a great trader, and he's actually doing Market Navigator on Raging Bull at the moment, which doesn't suit his style. He's trading SPY, so this is his very transparent journal that he keeps up to date, relatively up to date. And so he trades SPY every morning, so you can see some of his trades here. 92% return, 10%, 12% return. Kind of scroll down and see some more of these. So you can see a lot of them, they're green, and they're daily, sometimes multiple dailies. So you can see November 2nd, there's a loss, but there's also a small win, small win, small win. So yeah, so this is his Market Navigator service. I'm going to try and follow it a bit more. It looks really good. And so he took that over because the other guy, Davis Martin, or Martin Davis, weird having two names like that, he abandoned the service essentially, so Jeff took over it. But he has some good stuff in here. I'll show you an example actually of his stuff, so let's have a look. Just try and find it, thing I was reading earlier. Just looking for an example of his alerts so you can see them. Maybe it was an email. Yeah, it was an email. So it was early on. Here we go. So every morning he sends out this thing in Market Navigator. So it's basically a market overview, which is really helpful for us, right? Because you're trading anything you want to know the market. But he also gives you a very clear, actionable idea on SPY. So it's a bit of due diligence, some of the key levels and ranges and things. And then right down at the bottom he gives this trading plan. My morning trade plan, I'll be looking to play calls in early trading based off the pre-market move higher, with an outside chance at a late day put, but right now I think the market's like what they see. So if we jump over to SPY really quick, don't have my broker open, so I'll just pull this up. You can see calls were early in the day, start of the day, and then puts would have been actually pretty good later in the day too. So it seems like he's got these kind of spot on. I think it's something he's pretty good at. So I think something that you might want to look at, Market Navigator. But I'm hoping that when he launches this service, I think it's going to be a service. I hope it's called Ape Hunter because it's a great name. The ape part obviously comes from Wall Street Bets. So if you're not familiar with that whole saga, movement, revolution, check out Wall Street Bets, apes, and short squeezes and GME and stuff. But I'm pretty excited because I think it would be great to have Jeff back, especially if this is a low float penny stock or something that he really excels at trading. So make sure you come to the webinar. I'm gonna be joining in, not joining the webinar, but watching the webinar at 1 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday, November 10th. And let's see what Jeff has to tell us about the next big short squeeze. Alright guys, catch you later.